As the NBA season has reached the halfway point, MVP candidates have emerged. Some expected, others surprises. Let's take a look at the top candidates and their season so far, in no particular order. Honorable mention, Ja Morant. Helping Memphis to the longest win streak in franchise history. During this time, Ja led the league in fast break points and was second to only Giannis in points in the paint, with a career-high 24 points per game. Morant also currently has career marks in field goal percentage, three-point percentage, rebounds, blocks, and steals. And already, with more blocks this year than he did all of last season, Morant has the block of the year, a two-handed stuff on Avery Bradley, and a win over the Lakers. Ja's season storyline has skyrocketed in epic proportions, from most improved candidate to all-star to now MVP candidate. Honorable mention, Stephen Curry. Averaging 26 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists a game, Golden State has a 29-9 record when Steph is playing, and a losing record when he's not, shooting only 38% from 3 this season, a number that still lands above the league average. Curry is also making a league-leading 5 deep balls a game, with some of the toughest coverage in the NBA. Yes, his percentages have dropped throughout this season, but he's also facilitating, starting with 6.5 dimes per game this October. That has increased to nearly 8 since the new year. And Golden State is 5-2 when he has double-digit assists, including 10 dimes in his 50-point performance against Atlanta in November. Honorable mention, DeMar DeRozan. DeMar's 26 points per game is his highest in 5 years, and he leads the league in mid-range makes per game at 4. Even with Chicago's team reconstruction, DeMar has been their engine as the Bulls have a losing record without him, while still having winning records when Zach LaVine, Lonzo Ball, and Nikola Vucevic have been out. He's helped the Bulls pole vault to the top of the Eastern Conference, 4 years removed from their last playoff appearance. And who can forget his back-to-back buzzer beaters? With the best plus-minus of his career, DeMar already has nearly the same number of 30-point games he had all of last season this year. Honorable mention, Kevin Durant. Playing 37 minutes per game, his most in nearly a decade, KD leads the NBA in scoring with nearly 30 points a game, the highest since his Oklahoma City days. Brooklyn is 11 games over 500 when he plays, and he's scored over 20 points all but once this year, including a 51-point explosion in a win over Detroit in December. He followed that performance 2 days later with a 30-point triple-double in an OT win against Toronto in 48 minutes of action. Putting up 20 shots per game, the most in 7 years, KD is still facilitating with a career-high tying 6 assists per game. But his recent knee injury will be a major hit to MVP consideration moving forward. Honorable mention, Joel Embiid. Embiid has been going off after starting the year slow, tying a franchise record with Wilt Chamberlain and Philly's last MVP, Allen Iverson, by scoring 30 or more points in 8 straight games. Embiid is also shooting a career high from 3 and assisting at a career mark that stands 1.5 more assists per game than last season, leading the Sixers in points, rebounds, and blocks. Embiid has been carrying the team and keeping them in the playoff race. MVP finalist, Nikola Jokic. Right now, the Joker has the highest season per of all time, to go with 25 points, 14 boards, and 7 assists per game. He's gotten a double-double in all but 5 games this year, 9 triple-doubles, and 3 games of 20-plus rebounds, including back-to-back 2020 games in December. Denver also has a winning record when he plays, opposed to their rough 1-4 record without him. Undoubtedly carrying more responsibility due to Denver's injury woes, Jokic still gives the Nuggets a very real chance to make the playoffs, an important factor in MVP consideration. MVP finalist, Giannis Antetokounmpo, putting up 28 points, 11 rebounds, and 6 assists per game. Giannis has lifted Milwaukee to a 23-12 record when he's in the lineup, opposed to their 4-5 mark without him, and his absurd numbers continue. 16 games of 30-plus points, 13 of them wins, 5 40-plus performances, scoring at least 20 points in all but 4 games, and a career high mark in assists per game at 6. But it's not just offense. While Giannis's 1.4 blocks per game won't blow you away, his rim protection is still tops in the NBA, the second-best defensive field goal percentage at the rim at 47.7%, and defending a career-high 5 shots a game at the rim. Giannis remains a force down low. While these players have been at the MVP forefront so far, there's still a lot of the season left, but the likes of LeBron James, Chris Paul, and others also playing well, the MVP race is open. Who do you think is this season's MVP right now?